Hello, my friends, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we are going to visit The Legend of Zelda. This is something that happened a little while ago, and I kind of put it on the back burner. And tonight, I just happened to have the time to address it. You know the drill. I'm on Twitter, I'm scrolling, I see something, and, well, it's on Twitter, so we know it's dumb. So this person has put out this tweet saying that it's extremely disappointing to watch Zelda fans defend, deny, or ignore the orientalism in Zelda games just because they like it. The Vi Link outfit isn't some cute queer rep or statement or whatever. It's outright offensive to the cultures it takes inspiration from. I've never heard any of those cultures be offended, but okay. If the supposedly LGBTQ plus aspects of the game derive from racist and misogynistic stereotypes, I don't want them. They could have portrayed the Gerudo and Link's cross-dressing without orientalist undertones if they wanted to. Y'all, speaking over Swana, I don't know what that means, people, because you don't want to accept problematic aspects of the game is disgusting and hypocritical. And of course, then they say it blew up and they had to mute it or whatever. But then, of course, you have this person who retweeted that person, and they had to say why Link's Vi outfit is built from Orientalism and racism. An educative thread written by an actual Arab descendant who's still actively engaged in Arab culture. Now, before we go on, I do want to do one thing for us, and that is get a definition of Orientalism. So Orientalism is one, the scholarship, learning, or study in Asian subjects or languages. However, it is now used with negative connotations of a colonialist bias underlining and reinforced by such scholarship. One of their examples is, according to Edward Said and other post-colonial critics, much of our dim view of Arabs is a product of Orientalism that was constructed by European intellectuals of the 19th century. Usually, Orientalism, something such as style or manner associated with characteristics of Asia or Asians. Realistically, it doesn't sound all that bad for the most part, but it just sounds like someone taking inspiration from the Asian part of the world. But I'm sure this person will provide sound and important educational resources. You know what? No, they're not going to. But let's get into it anyway. Nintendo has long borrowed Arabic culture for aesthetic reasons in the Legend of Zelda games. We can point out how there was an excerpt of Islamic prayer in the Ocarina of Time Fire Temple, or how the original Garuda symbol was a moon and a star, or how the term Sheikah comes from Arab sheik. The Gerudo are a caricature of Arab stereotypes. Originally perceived as thieves, huge pointed nose, the face veil, the sexualized outfits, as well as their dark skin and light lips being taken from minstrels. All of this points to racial fetishism of Swana culture. I'm going to have to look that up. Swana is Southwest Asian and North African, just for those of you who may not know. I had to look it up. Now on to the sexualization of the Gerudo. Gerudo Town is built like a harem, and men are constantly seen around town trying to sneak in as it builds into the sexual fantasies that these women are always sexually available. And while I can't agree with the idea that the Gerudo women are sexualized, that's part of what they do, and it gives them a power. It doesn't. Okay, I don't know. In Breath of the Wild, Link himself must be succeeded in sneaking in as a man, and that by itself builds into this Orientalist fantasy. The Vi outfit isn't something any person from any culture would wear, especially not in the desert. It's based on the belly dancer outfit, which was invented in Egypt by a businessman who wanted to market traditional dance to Western tourists. It's made to appeal to Orientalism. Oh, God. The veil and other headscarves are culturally worn by Muslim women, usually as a sign of modesty. That said, Link's veil covers his face while his hair is majestically exposed, which, alongside his unveiled body, subverts the message of modesty into explicit sexualization. And here they're acting like there's only one way to do this, but okay, we're going to keep on going. The Orientalism and sexualization has been openly welcomed and promoted within the Zelda fandom, as the Vi outfit is often seen and drawn as a fetish. This is not a call-out thread, but an educative one. The Vi outfit is extremely offensive to the culture it's inspired from, and it's up to us to take a step back and demand better from Nintendo. But for that, we as a fandom must stop thirsting over it. I can't say I agree with any of that. I can understand where they're coming from on some of it, but overall, it just really sounds ridiculous. Are the Gerudos sexualized? Yes. There's actually a reason for that. Being sexualized, well, here's the problem, is I'm trying to start a conversation about sexualizing video game characters which aren't real. They're not people. They don't have feelings. Sexualizing them doesn't hurt them. It doesn't hurt other women either. Them being sexualized doesn't harm absolutely anybody. If I really want to piss people off, I can mention the fact that video game characters are things, not people. They don't have rights. They don't have emotions. They don't have anything. People can basically do whatever they want to characters because they're things. As much as people will assign emotion to them, it's no different than anthropomorphizing your pet. I love my dog. She's very sweet. She's very cuddly. She's still a dog. She does not have human emotion. She does not have human thought. I might occasionally ascribe it to her because that's what we do when we feel connections with things, but it's not real. No women were harmed in the creation of this characterization. The fact that this guy wants to date cross-dressed Link should actually be seen more of a positive. It's not like he's trying to sleep with him. He's trying to go on a date. He wants to develop a relationship, and then acting as if there's only one way this stuff is used. And because no demographic is a monolith, I was glad to see the response from the Hijabi gamer. If you don't follow Kat, she is delightful. She is a gamer down to her core. She plays a lot of Destiny, and she's really into the corpus. So if you like Destiny and all that, I highly recommend you follow her. But here is her response. Some pathetic little whiny ass child is crying and calling this racist. All I have to say is grow the fuck up. It's a video game. It doesn't matter who or where the developer is from either. It's a video game. If this is the worst you deal with, cry me a river, pumpkin. Pathetic. I can't believe someone this idiotic exists. Go do something constructive with your life instead of writing crap, waste of time garbage like this. And yes, I am an Arab. My family is in Egypt, and I traveled there more times than I can remember. And that is an interesting thing these people seem to forget. The company that made this isn't American. They're Japanese. This was made by Asian people. Is it orientalism if the Asian people are doing it? I don't know that one. Someone will have to tell me that who has more experience in that than I do. And Kat did respond directly to the post as well, stating, I am an actual Arab. I don't give a fuck, you spoiled, overly sensitive children. Grow a spine. It's a video game and a damn good one. Cry me a river, you pathetic losers. It's fine. Maybe actually care about something that matters. And when you go through the rest of the responses, there are a number of Arabs who feel the same way as Kat. And it's the way it always is. You always have one group who seems to think that everybody's supposed to be upset. And you have another group that actually doesn't care and are tired of everybody else saying that everybody has to care. Another great example of that would be the Washington Redskins before they were rebranded the Washington Commanders. Oh, that's a whole thing we could get into. The family of the Blackfeet chieftain, who that was an image of, are very upset and want it reinstated. I could guess a number of reasons. I'm pretty sure they lost a revenue stream thanks to a lot of offended people. The irony on that. Anyway, what do you think? Do you think that Link's outfit is racist? Do you think Orientalism is a problem up on par with the minstrel shows back in the day? I, in all honesty, do not see a negative stereotype in what they've done here. I especially don't see LGBTQ representation, but that's an entirely separate video. I feel honestly that the Gerudo is a tribe of strong women who managed to live alone in the desert and protect themselves, which in and of itself should be something that people celebrate. And the fact of the matter is, when it comes to being a woman, sex and sexualization is something we deal with, and the Gerudo do it in a very admirable way, and they do it on their terms. So I don't understand why people would get upset about it, especially when you're clamoring all the time for more representation, both in regards to gender and skin color. So that kind of checks both boxes right there. But since it's not done in the absolute right way, actually, since they're at all attractive, seems to be the issue, which is kind of scary in and of itself. That said, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If you really liked it, you can feel free to share it around, and I will catch you later.